While everyone overthinks sense problems one time in a while, some people are tormented by a continual cannonade of thoughts moment. Persistent thinkers abstract words they had yesterday second-guess every judgment. They formulate and comprehend terrible outcomes all day, every day. Thinking excessively about something continuously pertains to more than words. Overthinking conjures up terrible impressions, too. Their psyches correspond to a flick where they comprehend their car running off the road or replay concerning events over and over again. Thinking unduly much prevents you from obtaining anything done. And, it wreaks devastation on your personality. Pernicious thought patterns. Overthinking continually pertains to two dire impression patterns: ruminating and continual worrying. Ruminating pertains to remaining in the past. Impressions may include aspects like, "I shouldn't have confessed those things at the conference yesterday. Everyone must think I'm an ignoramus. I should have dwelled on my last employment. I would be more delighted than I am now. My parents didn't enlighten me on how to be optimistic. My insecurities have always held me back." Continual worrying pertains to negative, often catastrophic, predictions. Impressions may include aspects like, "I'm going to annoy myself tomorrow when I bestow the demonstration. I know I'm going to forget everything I'm presumed to say. Everyone else will get facilitated before me. I know we won't ever have adequate stock to resign. We'll be too reluctant to conform and we'll run out of fortune." Like all patterns, changing your pernicious thought habits can be a challenge. But, with compatible techniques, you can train your brain to think differently. Here are 6 ways to stop overthinking everything. 1. Notice when you're stabbed in your head. Overthinking can become such a pattern that you don't even comprehend when you're doing it. Start reimbursing scrutiny to the way you think so you can become conscious of the situation. When you're replaying circumstances in your psyche over and over, or worrying about things you can't control, concede that this isn't efficient. Thinking is only useful when it directs to positive activity. 2. Keep the focus on problem solving. Staying on your anxieties isn't helpful, but looking for treatments is. If it's something you have some restraint over, assess how you can impede the problem, or question yourself to recognize 5 conceivable. If it's something you have no restraint over, like a natural disaster, think about the techniques you can manipulate to endure it. Concentrate on the aspects you can control, like your behavior and action. 3. Question your thoughts. It's easy to get carried away with pessimistic feelings. So, before you assume that yelling in reluctant is going to get you blazed, or that ignoring one deadline will provoke you to become homeless, concede that your feelings may be exaggeratedly pessimistic. Know that your feelings will impede your knowledge to look at circumstances objectively. Put up with an effort back and glimpse at the information. What information do you have that your feeling is credible? What information do you have that your feeling isn't credible? 4. Calendar time for reflection. Worrying about your situation for long intervals isn't effective, but short thinking can be helpful. Believing about how you could do aspects differently. Comprehending possible pitfalls to your policy could help you execute adequately in the prospect. Incorporate 20 minutes of thinking time into your everyday plan. During that interval, let yourself be concerned, ruminate or mull over whatever you want. When your time is up, walk on to something else. And, when you start overthinking aspects outside of your expected time, just recall that you'll expect to stay until your thinking time to deal with those problems in your psyche. 5. Understand mindfulness skills. It's impossible to summarize yesterday or be concerned about tomorrow when you're dwelling on the blessing. Mindfulness will help you become more conscious of the here and now. Just like any other technique, mindfulness takes discipline, but over time, it can decrease overthinking. There are lessons, narratives, apps, methods, and videos available to help you learn mindfulness skills. 6. Change the track, telling yourself to stop believing something will bounce back. The more you try to avoid a feeling from attaining your brain, the more likely it is to keep flinching. Fluctuation is the track in your brain by changing your action. Practice, engage in dialogue on a completely different content, or endeavor on an endeavor that draws away you. Doing something different will put a stop to the bombardment of pessimistic feelings. For better health and well-being, keep watching and sharing. For more videos, subscribe our YouTube channel Weigh Your Energy and press the bell icon.